All right, we're off and running. Welcome into Market Day Report. We'll see what these prices got for us. If you see me smiling, that's because the last 3 days, I wasn't sure that markets could rally anymore, but we are today, or at least that's what we did overnight. Why don't we see how the rest of the market's taken our opening bell, which was about 15 minutes ago. We'll start with corn and see what that board's got us. Well, here we go. We're up about 5 to 6 cents across the board. 6 3/4 cents actually in SEP. 402.5 is last. We regained that $4 line. We're at 402 3/4 now, up 7 cents. Not bad. New crop's up 5 3/4 cents to 413. That seems like we're limit up, doesn't it? Boy, oh boy, it's been a rough few days. Let's talk about beans. We've got something similar there, but not as much. Beans lagging. August is up 3 1/4 cents to 11.16.5. Novi new crop, that's up 2 1/4 cents now, 10.69 even. There you go. From beans, let's go over to the Chicago wheat market and see what that's got in store for us. Chicago wheat's up double digits across the board, 15 3/4 cents higher in SEP, 5.77 1/4 is last. Trying to regain that 6 handle in D-Sweet in Chicago, 14 3/4 cents higher to 5.99 3/4. We're just a penny and a quarter off the high of the day of 6.01. So that's wheat trying to make some moves here. We're up anywhere between 13 3/4 and 15 3/4 cents across the board there. That's Chicago. Let's go to Kansas City and take a look at the hard red. 15.5 cents to 18 1/4 cents better on the day. SEP's the one that's up 18 1/4 cents to 5.83 3/4. Not bad. We've got a March board up 17.5 cents to 6.16.5. So there you go. That's solid double-digit gains in the hard red in Kansas City. Let's move over to the spring wheat and see what that's got for us. 12 1/4 cents better in that SEP contract to 6.23 1/4. And we got a March board up 12 1/4 cents as well to 6.57.5. All right, that's good too. Minneapolis is playing along. Let's see about cotton and see what they've got in store for us. That's a 66-point rally there to 71.59. And that's not too far off this high of the day by about 35 points. Let's bring in our guest analyst, though, right now. He's going to tell us what it all means. It's Mark Soderberg. He's with ADM Investor Services. Good morning, sir. All right. Well, markets can rally. The last few days have been difficult. And I don't know about you, but 7 cents in corn feels like limit up.
Yeah, it sure does, Scott. Thanks for having me on. The funds have just really pressed this thing to the downside, looking for demand and prospects continue to grow. A day ahead of tomorrow's USDA reports, where new crop ending stocks are expected to jump to about 2.3 billion bushels, which will be a multi-decade high. So yeah, it's nice to see a little bit of recovery here. Conab came out with their production estimates this morning. They did raise their corn forecast about 1.7 million metric tons. Still a touch below the USDA's 122, but it was in line with expectations. So yeah, a little bit of a relief rally. Export sales are nothing special, but I think we're going to start attracting a little bit better demand now that we've hit this level here. And we held the $4 level yesterday on new crop, so psychologically perhaps a little bit encouraging.
Yeah, to your point on export sales, we have come off precipitously. Big word. Don't ask me to spell it, but I think that I'm disappointed that we haven't seen more sales at these cheaper levels.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, new crop commitments right now are, I haven't plugged in today's yet, but we're running pretty close to last year, which was about a 5-year low. Starting to see a little bit of bean interest, though. China had their first announced sale yesterday at 132,000 tons. And it did show up as a buyer of a little bit last week, 10,000 tons. So it's a start, but these bean sales are multi-decade lows for this time of year. So maybe under $11, well under $11 down here on this new November. I was hoping to see another follow-through sale today. Didn't get it. We'll back off a little bit, but and we got a lot of weather to go through yet too. We're well watered at the moment.
I mean, with the funds record short, you're right. We still have a little bit of weather here. I mean, that window is obviously tightening. I mean, back to the export sales real quick before you go, 30 seconds to you. Do you think there's some politics being played there with those?
I don't know. I mean, clearly China would seemingly prefer South American origin grain, corn, and soybeans. Are opening the window right now to perhaps import some Argentine corn for the first time in 15 years. It's disappointing. Perhaps we're waiting to see how this election pans out in November, but that's still a long time to wait. U.S. Soybeans are getting more and more competitive every day, and just seasonally you see these things pick up this time of year.
Right.
And in corn, we got Brazil's harvest wrapping up, and same with Argentina. So they've got fresh supplies right now.
And with the CPI report we got today was a little bit better than expected. So the rate cut talks are back on, which has sent that 10-year yield lower and made that dollar a little bit cheaper. Maybe we attract some more with that too.
Yeah, that cheaper dollar is certainly helping that area on the export side.
All right, Mark. Thank you very much. Mark Soderberg.
Thank you.
He's with ADM Investor Services in Chicago. We're going to go away. We're going to pay some bills. We're going to come back and talk more livestock right after this.